guys? Dylan with Dylan here, 2024 Harley Davidson Street Glide CVO. The only thing you care about is that new motor because it has variable valve timing, liquid cooling in the valve train. The actual motor isn't liquid cooled. We wish. It'll get there. It's about time, Harley Davidson. Seriously, like, Japanese bikes have had this for how long? I mean, I understand the Harley guys, the Screaming Eagles in the comments that hate me. They're gonna go, hey, shut the fuck up, Dylan. You're trash. We know you're a little Japanese squeaker bike rider, and you don't appreciate Harley Davidson for what it is. I appreciate the fact they finally have variable valve timing, and the Japanese have had it for 20 plus years. I don't know, just makes sense to me. But you know what? This new motor is awesome, and I can't wait to talk about it with you guys. So I hope you enjoy the video. Again, 2024 Street Glide CVO. Really, what they've done is they try and make these as close to a King of the Baggers bike as they can without making it an actual King of the Baggers bike. But the price tag is so high that I would have to mortgage my house and my wife would divorce me just so I could own this motorcycle. And I think that's pretty much what every Harley rider is looking for. They don't really want a wife, they want an old lady, and they want to just be able to grab a bitch and throw her on the back. You know what I mean? Because that's why we own motorcycles. It's because we want the women. All right, we want women. We want to be able to pull up to a stoplight, and we want to be able to rev up our motorcycle and show off our tattoos and say, hey baby, get on the back. That's why we buy motorcycles. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Anyone that's watching this video, seriously, that's why we buy motorcycles. You know it, I know it. Don't argue with it. Harley Davidson, you can see it like there, right there, goddamn motorcycle. Go fast. Anyway, I don't own a Harley because I don't financially. I don't have that kind of money. Woo! And B, I haven't been to prison. Don't have any tattoos. I know. That's just how we go. This is a comfortable motorcycle. It whips, it zips, and the new motor's amazing. I honestly like it a lot. I intend to ride this motorcycle very hard today. There's the brakes. They work. Oh man, she turns in good. For a big girl, she hides her weight really well. Let's get on the highway and have some fun. Let's see if the old model can outrun me. I'm barely touching the gas, guys. Yeah, not bad at all. She's right at home on the highway. Hopefully there's not too much wind noise. I'll try and mitigate some of it by blocking some of the wind with my hand. It's fantastic on the highway. It's exactly where it wants to be. It's so comfortable. The suspension is soaking up all the little bumps, and I'm having a good time. Ergonomically, I'm 6'3", about 280 pounds. You know what? I feel really good on the bike. It's handling my weight really well. It doesn't care that I'm on it. I don't care that I'm on it. I can spend a lot of time on this motorcycle having a good time. Not as good of a time as, before church when my Uncle Clyde said he was going to baptize me, and it turned out to be, we didn't actually have a swimming pool, and it actually wasn't a baptism. But I'm definitely going to ride this thing just as hard as my Uncle Clyde used to ride me. So don't worry about that. We're going to get all that in this video. Was that a joke? Maybe, maybe not. I'll leave that up to you. Oh, she pulls so good, this new Milwaukee motor. Damn, she's good. She's so good, actually. Engine braking, good, good, good. Yes, come to a stop, big girl. All right, smooth, controlled. Yeah, she handles her weight well. As big as she is, she definitely handles her weight well. The price tag on this is 50 grand. Motherfucker, there's no fucking way that I would pay that for a motorcycle. I ride little Cracker Jack bucks, Chinese motorcycles, CF motos, and Japanese bikes and stuff like that, and they're way cheaper, guys. I ain't got a bag like that. I'm sorry. 50 G's for a motorcycle? I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand the Screaming Eagles in the comments are going to attack me. They've already got their AR-15s out and their shotguns, and they're drinking beer. They're ready to take me out because I'm talking shit about Harley. But like, Harley Davidson, come on, guys. Like, maybe in a couple years when this technology trickles down to some of the other bikes, and you can get it for in the 20 grand range. But like $50,000 to get variable valve timing and a little bit of cooling in the upper part of the cylinder head, where the valve train's at, that's a little rich for Dylan's blood. Just saying. It doesn't seem worth it to me. The bike is fantastic though. I mean, it handles well, it rides well, it's comfy as shit. I mean, like, she's a dream, really. As far as Harley Davidson goes, you know, as far as let's just say their Street Glide in specifics. The Street Glide, we're just going to talk about the Street Glide. I'd say it's the best Street Glide they've ever made, for sure. The engine is just exactly where it needs to be for this type of motorcycle. And it's been a long time coming as a sport bike rider. It's been hard for me to appreciate Harley Davidsons because they fall on their face so fast, but this one, pretty damn good. I like it. I actually like a Harley Davidson. I can't afford it, but I like it. It's pretty awesome. Coming from a sport bike, you know, to this, it has enough power, it has enough pull. It handles really, really, really well for its size, guys. I mean, like, this thing is actually just flickable. I mean, for a Harley, come on. She dips and dives. This is actually pretty badass. She doesn't dip and dive as hard as my Uncle Clive used to, but, you know, we won't talk about that for the rest of this video. Smooth, 2,500 RPMs, third gear, cruising about 40 miles per hour. Still got plenty of oomph in the bottom end, but you can rev it out, and that's what's awesome about this new motor, man. The suspension is doing a fantastic job, too, of just handling the bumps. I feel glued to the ground. I feel super safe. I feel confident on this motorcycle, and you know, that's what's important when you get on a bike. It's got the mind-body connection, or the bike-body-mind connection, if you will. Man, it's just important. You know, you gotta be confident. You gotta feel good on the bike, and this one does. It feels fantastic, actually. God, it's just so nimble too. Oh, I could whip this thing around like I whip my wife. Just kidding. Or am I? You know, who knows, actually. When I say whip, do I mean whip as in fight, or do I mean whip as in, you know, ball and chain? Sup, other fellow Harley rider. I think that's why we buy Harley Davidsons, or we ride Harley Davidsons, or people ride Harley Davidsons in general. It's so that when we pull up next to another Harley rider, you know, we can flex and be like, my bike is more expensive than yours. And whenever we pull up next to a guy in a minivan who made the wrong decision to have children too early in his life, and he can't afford one of these now, or hasn't been to prison, he is envious of us. We sat there at the stoplight and we rev up our motorcycle and we let him know where we are in our lives. We're maybe we're in financial turmoil, but god damn it, are we not enjoying it. He may be enjoying his little family, but he certainly isn't enjoying the fact that he doesn't have a Harley Davidson, and that's the Harley Davidson experience right there. $700, $800, $900 payments, they don't matter. It's the smiles per gallon that matter, damn it. And that's what a Harley Davidson's all about. Are you gonna win every drag race with it? Certainly not. Are you gonna lose every drag race with it? I'm sure a chick on a mobility scooter is not gonna outrun you, okay? You know, it's not, you're gonna be fine. The mobility scooter guy is gonna lose. Girl, guy, whatever. They're not gonna take you out. She's just so nimble though. You know, you're gonna have to ask yourself, what parts of this review was I being serious and what parts of this review was I just having fun? You know what I mean? Am I canceled yet? Have I been banned from YouTube? Can I say things like Jamal in the shower in prison? Because, like, I'm going to just assume that everyone knows Jamal is black. Is that racist? I don't think it is. Because I'm afraid of what Jamal's packing. Is that racist to say that? And well, damn it. If you infer the wrong thing, it might be, because you're not allowed to talk about, you know, certain things on YouTube. But I was referencing his dick, just to be clear. We have to do the Harley rev. It's important. It's a thing. If you've ever been on one, you just have to do it. Honestly, it's not Harley revs. Motorcycle revs in general. You just have to rev these things up to ride them, man. Like, you have to set at stoplights and annoy people. If the guy sitting in his, you know, Honda Odyssey, you know, trying to have a conversation with his wife on his Bluetooth headset, or, you know, his Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, if he's allowed to do that and you're sitting right next to him, you failed as a Harley rider. You should be so loud and so obnoxious that he wants to blow his brains out right then and there at the stoplight, because he's like, this stupid motherfucker on a Harley Davidson won't stop revving up his bike. I need to talk to my wife about what we need to get from the damn grocery store. If you're not doing that, then you failed as a rider. I'm just gonna let you know right now. You have to let those people know where you stand in life. I've been to prison. I have tattoos. I don't make good financial decisions. I own a Harley fucking Davidson. It's loud. It screams loud noises and fiery sounds, and eagles fly past it and salute it. That's what a Harley Davidson is. And if you're not riding one for that reason, then you're doing it wrong. You don't get this bike to tour on. You get it to be respected. It's a status symbol. I own a Harley effing Davidson. And this one handles fantastic, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Hey, what's up, my guy? Oh, he did the Black Power. You see that right there? He was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, so thank you, Harley Davidson, for letting me ride your motorcycle. You're awesome. Respect. It is the actual Black Wall Street rally this week. We're actually hanging out in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. Harley came out. They're letting us just take their bikes and ride them. How awesome is that? Harley Davidson said, hey, guy, I'm gonna give you a $50,000 motorcycle, and you can just cruise around and talk about it. You can enjoy it. You can have a little bit of fun. You can whip it. Look at it slow. Yeah, I mean, badass, huh? Well, I mean, that's a good company right there. You know, if they're gonna come out and they're gonna, they're gonna let you ride their toy that costs a whole bunch of money, and they're not gonna even, check to see if you have a driver's license. And that's just because, most Harley riders probably don't even have a driver's license. Let's not even talk about a motorcycle license. Okay, their license was suspended because they didn't pay child support. You know how it goes, guys. Like, I do have a license, though. I do have an M endorsement. So they were like, hey, this guy must know what he's doing in life. He has a driver's license. He has an M endorsement. Hell, I even have a CDL. Not that that matters, but they were like, yeah, take our big expensive motorcycle out, wring its neck, and have a little bit of fun with it. And I was like, you know what? I think I will. I will have a little bit of fun with it. Oh, damn, she pulls good. She pulls real good. Real nice. I'll do what Dan would say. Those bumps were intense. Suspension didn't bottom out even with my fat self on there, so kudos to Harley Davidson for figuring that one out. I didn't have to tune this thing for me at all. God, I just want to keep revving it up. I just want to keep pounding on it hard, you know what I'm saying? I see you up in heaven, Uncle Clyde. I'm sorry, I had to go back there again. Every time I think of pounding something hard, I have to think of my Uncle Clyde. Because, he used to, pound me pretty hard. And I wouldn't, read my Bible. So, I think of him up in heaven looking down on me, or maybe he's a little crispy right now. I don't know. He might be looking up. Who knows? Anyway, guys, 2024 Harley Davidson Street Glide CVO Super Special Mega Finance Disaster. This guy clearly doesn't understand that, if you have a vehicle on the side of the road, you're the one that's supposed to stop, not the other people. But hey, this is Tulsa, Oklahoma, and half the people here do not know how to drive. I will be the first to admit that. I live here, and we do not know how to drive. Anyway, Harley, all bullshit aside, seriously, and all this was jokes, by the way, seriously, if you took offense to any of this, calm down. I'm just playing games here. This Street Glide 2024, this is the best one you've ever made. It handles well, it runs well. It's from a sport bike rider's perspective, I am enjoying it. I am just absolutely enjoying it. And I don't say that about Harley Davidsons. Go back and watch my videos. I'm not nice to these things, and this one's actually pretty awesome. Unfortunately, the price tag is just too rich for my blood. It is what it is. One day, I might be able to buy a used one, after the guy who owns it goes back to prison. But, that's only after the guy who owns it goes back to prison. It'll go up for sale and I'll buy it. But until then, I probably won't own one. In a couple of years, though, when the technology actually trickles down into the regular Street Glide and the regular Road Glide, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably going to have to finally buckle down, and a Harley's going to go in my garage. And that's hard for me to swallow, just like my Uncle Clyde. He was hard for me to swallow too. Jokes? Am I joking? Am I not joking? Who knows, actually. I guess she's blocking the road thinking we weren't going to stop. I'm not sure. Maybe that's a biker thing. Do they do that? Do they hold the line so that their group can ride together? I don't know. I'm not a real biker. You can see my skin color right here. Look at me. I'm white as it can be. There's absolutely no way that, I could be called a real biker. I'm not tan enough, I clearly don't come out here and ride. But Harley Davidson, your motorcycle, this is the best Street Glide you've ever made. It's a bit expensive, but I look forward to seeing what you do. Let's go ahead and get liquid cooling in the next couple of years, full liquid cooling, and then, you know what, let's get these things up to 140 horsepower, 120 foot-pounds of torque. Let's get some really good aftermarket support for it, and I think this is going to be like a motorcycle that ends up in a lot of garages, let me tell you. I honestly do. Anyway, guys, I wasn't going to sit here and not move at the end of a motorcycle review, but as you can see, again, Black Wall Street Rally, we have literally probably 10,000 motorcycles out here today. So it's just a surreal sight to see all of our brothers and sisters out here that ride, having a good time. Oh my God. Like, finally, catch up. But it's good to see, you know, just the community out here having a good time, supporting each other, just a feel good moment, really. I mean, like, we're just having a lot of fun. Oh, she's riding an Indian. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna jump on the next bike. I hope you enjoyed this little review. It handles well, it rides well, it stops well, it's pretty quick. It's real expensive, and I'll see you in the next one.